Science is organized knowledge. Wisdom is organized life. With this beautiful quote, this is Miss Anupama and you are watching Miss Anupama's channel. My dear students and friends, in this session I am going to explain you a new topic and a new subject, okay? And the new subject is science. So science is totally based on observation. We learn science subject by observing the things, okay? So in this session I'm going to explain you the lesson number 2, subject EVS 1, lesson number 2, the interrelationship between living things, and this is a science subject, okay? And this is the main title, lesson name, the interrelationship between living things. And what I am going to cover, these are the subtitles which I am going to cover in this session. First one is, can you tell the needs of living things and meet in their environment? Think about it. Can you tell? Try this. So my dear students, this is a lengthy lesson, so I'm going to take it into 3 parts. So in first session, I'm going to cover these 5 subtitles. Okay. If you have your textbook, EVS 1 textbook, please open and keep page number 7. Okay. Chalo, let's get going. Okay, students, shall we start now? Second lesson, the interrelationships between living things. We all are living things, okay? Plants, animals and human beings are living things, okay? In my previous lesson, previous video, I explained you what are the living things and what are not living things, okay? Non-living things. So, first of all, just I wanted to ask you, what do you all know about interrelationship, okay? Interrelationship. Are you able to see this word? Interrelationship. So, interrelationship is nothing but the way in which two or more than two things are connected with each other is called interrelationship. Once again, I'll repeat this. The way in which two or more than two things are connected to each other is called interrelationship. For example, okay? For example, man, okay? Human being, man depends on plants, okay? He depends on plants for his needs. That is oxygen, shelter, then wood, then fruits, vegetables, flowers. These all things are provided by plants to man. Okay. So, man is interdependent on plants. And plants depends on human being. Okay. Because we human being only plants the seeds. Then we only water the plants and we take care of the plants. And animals need plants to survive, to eat. Okay. So, we all human being depends on each other, like animals on plants, then we human being depends on plants. These are the interrelationship between the things, okay? We are connected with each other is called interrelationship. Now here you can see a picture, okay? A picture is given and a riddle to solve. Now what is this riddle? You can see what is this, okay? Look here. An age-old tree with a thick, strong trunk gives deep, dark shade from the scorching sun, okay? Under this tree you can see here some people are standing. Here one animal is there, okay? You can see. Like an old man's beard with many strands, it has ropes for swing from each branch. Okay. So, this is a very age-old tree. Okay. This age-old tree, it is having a very strong, thick trunks. Okay. Gives very deep, dark shade from the scorching sun. Okay. Here people are standing under this tree and they are taking the shelter from this scorching sun. And this tree is like an old man beard. Okay, old man beard means दाढ़ी वाला बाबा जो रहता है ना, उनको अपन इंग्लिश में बियर्ड मैन बोलते. विथ मेनी स्ट्रैंड्स, it has ropes. Okay, it has, you can see here, ropes for swing from each branch, swinging from each branch. Okay, so now here what he is asking, which is this tree in the picture? Can you guess now? Okay, any guesses? Yes, this tree is a banyan tree. Okay, banyan tree. Now banyan tree in Hindi called as बरगद का पेड़. Okay, and आपण मराठीतून त्याला वडाचं झाड म्हणतो. And one more thing I wanted to tell you, that my dear students, this banyan tree is also called as a national tree of India. National tree of India. You know the national symbols, okay? Like national animal, tiger, national fruit, mango, national bird, peacock. Same as national tree of our country is banyan tree. Why it is given, why it's named as a national tree, why it is denoted as a national tree? Because it has some very important aspects. It has an immense medical properties, and it gives shelter to different kind of animals, birds and human being. Okay, and this banyan tree represents an very what you call a big, okay, it's a it comes on a very large area. Okay, and this banyan tree is also known as a kalparuksha. Okay, in Sanskrit it means a divine tree which fulfills the wishes of the people. It has a very significant value in our Indian tradition. Okay, so banyan tree is also known as the national tree of India. Okay, national tree of India is a banyan tree. One GK question you have learned here in your science lesson. Got it, my dear students? Now we'll start with can you tell. Guys, just listen now. Can you tell? Plants in our surroundings are useful to us in different ways. Okay, my dear students, plants are our friends. Okay, plants are our friends. We grow different types of plants. Why we grow? Because to obtain food grains from the plants, veggies from the plants. Veggies means vegetables, fruits, flowers and fiber. Okay, fiber, wood, these all the things are which we get from the plants. So plants are our friends. So we have to protect and take care of the plants. Now the name of some plants are given below. For what purpose do we use these leaves? Okay, leaves only is given here. Students, now the first leaf is given is a betel vine. Betel vine is called in Hindi as a खाने वाला पान, खाने का पान बोलते. And why this betel vine is, for what this betel vine is helped, is that it helps in enhancing the digestive system, and this betel vine can be eaten raw also, and it has some medicinal properties, and it is used in the worship of religious festival. Okay, now the second leaf is given is a flame of the forest, palus. Okay, and this is a very huge and a tall tree seen in the flame of the forest is a very huge and a tall tree seen in jungles, and young leaves of palus are used as a fodder for the cattles, and it is called as a pattarwali also. It is used for making eatable plates known as a pattarwalis. Okay, and the third leaf is given as a fenugreek methi. It is used for different purposes in the kitchen, different to making different dishes such as methi paratha, methi vegetables, and it is used in the pickles also as an preservatives. Okay. Then the fourth leaf is vasaka. It is adulsa. These leaves are dark of plants and used as a remedy for cough, cold, and like flu symptoms. Okay, so many cough syrups contain extract of the this adulsa leaf, vasaka. Then curry leaf plant. Fifth one is the curry leaf plant. मराठी मध्ये आपण त्याला कढीपत्ता, हिंदी में करी पत्ता बोलते उसे. So curry leaves are used for seasoning the food. They are added to the different curries, vegetables and snacks for a typical flavor. Okay. Now these are the information of the 5 leaves which are given here. Yeah. The needs of living things are met in their environment. Okay. We all living things are living and our needs are met in this environment where we are living. So each living thing has its own needs to be fulfilled through the environment. Now you can see here there are 4 pictures are given. Okay, here house means shelter, water, then food, and here the tailor stitching the clothes. So these 4 are our basic needs. We have many needs like food, water, air, clothes and shelter. Air is also a basic need. Without air we can't live. Okay. So these 5 are the basic needs without which we will not live. And these 5 needs of our living things are met in our own environment where we live. All these needs are met in our surroundings, environment or surroundings, okay, where we live, near about all the things we get, okay. In fact, food, water and air are the needs of all living things, okay. Underline this word, students. Food, water, air, okay. Without air, we can't live for 1 minute also, okay. Not more than 2 minutes we will live. Food, water is also a very necessary for our living, okay. So food, water and air are the needs of all living things, not only the human being, but it is necessary for the plants and animals and all the living things, all minute and minute living things, okay. Microorganisms also needs air to live, okay. They are all fulfilled in the environment, okay, surroundings. These all needs like food, water and air are fulfilled in the environment where they live. But there are difference in the needs of each kind of living things. I told you there are the categories like human beings, plants, animals, birds. So each of them have their own differences and needs of difference, okay. There are difference in the needs to be fulfilled in the by the surrounding or in the environment, but there are difference in the needs of each kind of living thing. For example, here the example is given. The water that a mouse drinks in an entire day would not be enough for an elephant even at one time. Now you can see these two animals are given, a mouse and an elephant. You can imagine the size, okay. You have seen this, okay, mouse and an elephant. You imagine the size of the body. Mouse can drink water which is enough for a day to eat. But an elephant, for elephant, what mouse is drinking, that much of water may not be enough for one time. The size of the stomach you can see, the size of that animal you can see. So each animal, each human being has its own needs to be satisfied in the to be satisfied or fulfilled in environment, okay. So they are different. So each living things are not having the same kind of needs to be fulfilled, Okay. Next topic, which is on page number 8, is think about it. You have to think about it. Okay. Butterflies feed on the nectar of flowers. Okay. Now butterfly. It was in the previous lesson also, the life cycle of butterfly. So the butterfly feeds on the nectar of the flowers. Okay. The food is the nectar for the butterflies, which is on the flower. Can a frog do the same? Can a frog eat the nectar and survive? Yes or no? Okay. Just write down in the description box. If yes, why? If no, then why not? Can a frog do the same? No, frog will not do the same. Frog eats small insects and it survives. A sheep eats the leaves of shrubs. Okay. Sheep means bhed. Okay. It eats the leaves of small shrubs. Okay. Which is in the forest jungle. Can a tiger do the same? Can tiger eat the shrubs, leaves of the shrubs and survives? Okay. It can eat that? No. The tiger will not eat the leaves of shrubs. Okay. It is not its food. A fish can breathe in water. Everyone knows this. A fish can breathe in water. It lives in water only. But can a pigeon do that? Pigeon means kabutar. Kabutar can live in water? No, it will die in a minute. Okay. So, fish lives only in water, but pigeon do not. Bulrushes grow in water. These are the water plants. Okay. Bulrushes are the watery plants. Can a lemon tree do so? No. Lemon tree doesn't need much water. Okay. So bulrushes grows only in the water because it requires plenty of water to grow. And a lemon tree do not. Okay. It doesn't need much water. It do not need much water to grow. Now next subtitle is can you tell? Okay. Can you tell? If fish live the water, will they be able to live on land? Okay. Now you have to tell me. Once again, I'll repeat this question. If fish lives the water, leave the water, will they be able to live on land? Okay. So what is the answer? No. It can only take up oxygen dissolved in water. For this respiration, they use their gills. Okay. For breathing, they use their gills and they cannot respire on land and they would thus die. So fish lives only in water, not on the land. Pigeon live on land but not in the water. Okay guys, now we'll start the next topic. Now see here students, on page number 8, try this. Okay, you have to try this. Now what he asks us to do, take 2 small boxes. Okay, you can see here like this 2 small box. Okay, ice cream box, or you can take the Shrikhand box, any plastic box you can take. Label them box 1 and box 2. Okay, with the marker or with the anything. Okay, chalk or anything, you can mark the first box as box 1 and second as a box 2. Fill them 3/4 with soil. Okay, 3/4 you have to fill them with the soil. Soil means mati. Okay, make the soil moist enough to sow seeds. Okay, you have to put little water. You have to make the soil moist. Okay, and moist, not so much water you have to put. Okay, only the moist, and you can, it's moist enough to sow seeds. Okay, you have to sow the seeds in these 2 boxes. Sow 2 sprouted matki seeds in each box. Okay, 2 sprout matki. Okay, sprouted matki you have to put in each box. Give 2 spoons of water to the soil of box 1. Okay, now this box 1 you have to you have to put only 2 spoons of water. Box 1, only 2 spoons of water to the soil of box 1. Only 1 every day. You select the timing, okay? You decide the timing, whether morning, afternoon or evening, okay? Once in a day, 2 spoons of water you have to put. Give 4 spoons of water to the other box 4 times a day, okay? The box 2, here box 2 is given. No, here you have to put 4 spoons of water. And how many times? 4 times. 4 spoons 4 times in a day. What this for 6, do this for 6 days. You have to do this for continuous 6 days. You have to do this activity, okay? What now? Yeah, you can see here. What will you see? Now this is the second box you can see here, and here the first box. The condition is in front of you. You can observe these 2 boxes, okay? What will you see? The plants in the box 1 are growing well. Here the plants are growing well, healthy it seems, okay? But the plant in the box 2 have begun to rot, okay? Here you can see it's spoiled, it's rot, okay? Can you see? Okay, there's no life in this plant here. It's rot. What does this tell us? Okay, what does these 2 experiments or 2 boxes will give us a what you call thing to us to understand. So the plants that are not aquatic plants cannot grow in marshy areas. If they get more water, then they route. Okay, now your observation, you have to tell me. The saplings emerge from the seed in box 1. It properly grows, okay? It shows that it has got the proper water and proper care, so it seems to be a proper growth is there in the box 1. The saplings that emerge from this box 2 start sprouting. Means this shows that if more water is added, here we used to put 4 spoons 4 times, okay? And here only 2 spoons and 1 time. So this plant need the water less, but here we have given a more water which this plant doesn't need, but still we have given. We wanted to see the differences. So saplings that emerges from box 2 start sprouting. This shows that if more water is added, then the plants need, the root of plants start rooting. The roots of the plants start rooting. It also shows that moot sapling are not aquatic. This shows that this mudki plant, the moot saplings are not aquatic plants. Means aquatic means water plants, okay? Plants, and that they do not grow in a very marshy soil, means where there more water is given to the plant. So with this, my dear students, I finished my explanation of page number 7 and 8. I told you this is an very lengthy lesson, so I'm going to take it into a parts. Now this is the first part. Now in my next session I'll be completing the next topics, okay? So thank you for watching me, listening to me, and do like, share, subscribe my videos and my channel, and hit the bell icon so that you'll get the notification of my upcoming videos. So catch you in the next video. Thank you.